Hey Cheryl, so you know how sometimes you're trying to figure out if you want coffee or tea, and it feels like both options exist until you actually decide?
Oh, totally. Like my brain's in a superposition of breakfast beverages. What a perfect segue, Shannon, because we're actually diving into something kind of similar, but, way more profound. Quantum consciousness.
Ooh, I love when we get super deep. So the idea is our consciousness could be quantum, not just like neurons firing?
Exactly. It's this wild concept that the weird rules of quantum mechanics, things like superposition, where something's in multiple states at once, and entanglement, that spooky action at a distance Einstein talked about, could actually underpin our subjective experience.
Wait, so our neurons, or even smaller bits of them, could be in multiple states simultaneously until we consciously perceive something or make a decision? That's wild.
Yeah, it's one idea. Some theories even suggest consciousness arises when a superposition forms, not just when it collapses. An entanglement? That could explain why all our neural networks synchronize so fast, giving us that unified feeling of, being conscious. Some recent research even picked up these heartbeat-evoked potentials that might be linked to quantum entanglement in the brain. It's pretty out there.
Wow. So this isn't just like a vague philosophical idea, right? There are actual theories. I've heard about OR. Is that what it's called?
Yep, OR, Orchestrated Objective Reduction. It's from Dr. Stuart Hameroff and Sir Roger Penrose. They propose that consciousness actually comes from quantum computations happening inside these tiny protein structures in our brain cells called microtubules.
Microtubules, like the little internal scaffolding of cells. So they're saying these little guys, they're maintaining quantum coherent states?
Yeah, precisely, allowing for superposition and entanglement, which then undergo this objective reduction, a self-organizing collapse of quantum states, which is consciousness. Penrose even thinks each collapse is like a moment of proto-consciousness.
That sounds super complex. And also, I feel like I've heard that quantum coherence usually needs super cold temperatures. How could that happen in a warm, squishy brain?
You're hitting on a major criticism. The warm, wet, and noisy brain is a huge challenge for quantum coherence. However, quantum biology is finding evidence elsewhere. We see quantum tunneling in enzyme reactions, making them super efficient, and photosynthesis uses quantum coherence too. So if it happens there, maybe, just maybe, it could survive in neurons. But yeah, critics call OR highly implausible based on simpler models. It's still very debated.
Okay, so if consciousness is quantum, does that change how we think about it fundamentally? Is it an emergent property or something more built in?
That's a great question, Shannon. Classical neuroscience usually sees consciousness as like an emergent property of super complex neuronal networks. But quantum theories, they suggest it could be a more intrinsic, fundamental aspect of the universe itself.
Oh, so panpsychism? The idea that consciousness is everywhere?
Kind of, yeah. Quantum physics could provide a scientific framework for panpsychism. It's pretty wild. And then there's the famous measurement problem in quantum mechanics, how quantum states collapse into reality. Early interpretations linked it to conscious observation.
Right, the observer effect. So our minds literally collapse reality? But I thought that view was mostly discarded now.
It is. Modern interpretations often say observer just means any physical interaction, but Penrose's objective reduction does suggest spontaneous wave function collapse creates consciousness. The biggest hurdle, though, is still decoherence. Max Tegmark estimated decoherence in the brain's microtubules is extremely short, like too short for quantum effects to really influence brain function. So while super intriguing, we just don't have direct empirical evidence yet. It's still highly debated.